My signature hairstyle.
You should see my signature hairstyle.
I'm Alexa.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're here to pump you up. You're watching the Idiot Guide to Middle School.
Woo!
Today we're going to be talking to you about the GOCM, which is the ghost of, and then our middle school name. Something middle school. So, yeah, there you go. Ghost of CMS. So now, we're going to teach you about the ghost of CMS starting from the first day we figured it out. And this is my story, so get out of my way. It was a dark and stormy night.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, it wasn't. Fine.
Move it.
It wasn't a dark and stormy night, but I was in my car. My mother was driving. I was in the passenger seat. We were rolling past my school.
The highway?
Yes, it was right. We were rolling down the highway. My school was there to my right. And there's like this big window. There's like this big window on top of the stairs that lead from the outside. And the lights were on, like, because, you know, there's always lights in schools at night. Okay, so there was, like, this silhouette of a person in that window. A person, okay, guys? And keep in mind, nobody would be in the school at this time, okay? This was, like, 11 o'clock at night. I don't remember why I was out so late. I don't remember what we were doing. It might have been, like, a family thing or something like that. I think it was, like, a Christmas break that we were doing this, so... Like, the only people that would be in the school are the janitors, but even then, they're not going to be there that late, I don't think, so couldn't have been them, number one. And number two, even if it was them, why would they be standing at the window? Like, what? Why would they just be standing there doing nothing? So, yeah, it was, like, the stillest person ever, and they were just standing in that window, and I was really freaked out because it was, like, super eerie and creepy, so I didn't know what it was, and, yeah. And now Stephanie's... You can't tell the story of the bathroom one yet, though.
Well, there were many, moments
Happenings.
in class where you would know that it was the ghost of...
GOCM.
Yeah, and it was
there were just, like, these little small moments where, we would be, like, in the hallways and then, like, lockers would, like, bang, 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 or something like that. But there would be, like, nobody around. Like, we would, like, walk around the hallways. All the doors to the classrooms were closed. There were no kids at their lockers. Sorry. And, and this was, like, very close to us when the lockers were, like, bang, 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 like that. And, like, so in our school, there's, like, lockers in the
they're
middle.
back to back.
Yeah, back to back, basically. So, and that's where, and, like, let's say we were in this one. Well, there was a bang in this one. So we, like, ran around to the other side. Nobody was there. We were, like...
Unless someone was pranking us.
Yeah,
but that's highly unlikely.
Yeah. And then, because everybody loves us. No, everybody loves her.
Stop it.
Okay. But, and all the doors were closed. There's, like, nobody in the hallways anywhere. So, there's that happening. There was another happening in class where, like, I have a feeling it was Miss Blank's class because, it was before lunch and we have Miss Blank's class before lunch. Yes. And, I think it was like a bunch of footsteps, but it wasn't like, kids walking around above us or kids walking around in the classroom.
6th graders would be in a class.
Wait, yeah, 6th graders would be inside in class and 8th graders would be outside. And while this was at lunch. This wasn't in class, and so we ate lunch with our teacher, Miss Blank, and a couple other kids, and everybody was just being silent, eating their lunches, and then there started to be, like, these footsteps at the other end of the classroom, and it wasn't, like, banging on the wall on the other side or anything. It was, like, actual, like, stomping footsteps. Wasn't from above, wasn't anybody in the classroom, okay? We are absolutely sure of this. And, yeah. And there's a lot more things like that happened, but, yeah.
We can't remember them.
Yeah.
But
So-
obviously there were.
There's so many things that happen that we can't explain all of them. So, okay, now we're going to tell you about the most scary experience we had. We need to turn the lights off for this.
Okay. So before I tell you the story, I'm gonna tell you about like many times.
No, stop for a second.
No.
Pause. No, go ahead.
So I'm gonna tell you about like before we tell you the main story, I'm gonna tell you about like this one. This has happened many times. I don't know why, but a lot of teachers in our school wear high heels, and whenever you're in the bathroom, like the girls' bathroom, I think you could probably hear it in every bathroom, but except for the ones in the hallway, not in classrooms, but you can hear like the click and clacks of the teachers' shoes walking down the hallway, and it's kind of creepy, but
yeah, it is really creepy, especially when you're like in the bathroom and
By
you're
yourself.
alone,
By
and there's like everybody else is in class. I mean, you know it's a teacher, but it's still eerie, like the sound, because it echoes through the halls, and it's like,
and it's so weird how you can hear it in the bathroom.
and it's like just over and over and over again until it stops, and you're like, oh my god, what happened to the teacher? Did the GOCM get the teacher? Ugh.
Okay, now should I tell it? Because you told the other stories.
No, I'm gonna tell it.
No, I want to.
We'll both tell it.
Okay, so we're gonna do this in two perspectives because she was in a bathroom stall.
Mhm.
Okay, we were
with our friend Asparagus, okay?
We're gonna name her Asparagus.
Okay, so let me just tell who was there. So there was Stephanie, Asparagus, and me. I was in the bathroom stall. Her and Asparagus were waiting for me outside of the bathroom stalls.
With our lunches and our binders and stuff.
Mhm.
But so here's what happened. So one of the stalls right next to hers had a little sign that said that it was
Out of order.
out of order.
Mhm.
And then I was looking in the mirror, probably like fixing my hair because I do that all the time. And Asparagus decided to take off the sign, and I said, "No, Asparagus, put it back." And then I started laughing, and then
there was like the stall. So Asparagus had come to stand next to Stephanie at that point, and she had taken the out of order sign with her. And the stall next to me started like rattling, like the what's it called? The lock
the door.
started like rattling, and I was like, oh my god, guys, stop messing with me.
And then that stopped. No, it didn't stop. No, it wasn't that door. It was like lockers outside.
No. But the first thing that had you guys worried was the stall, and then it was the lockers.
And then the lockers started banging outside.
Almost as if like someone was taking like a racket or like a tennis racket or a bat or something, and like and sort of also running along with the racket on the.
And it kept getting louder and louder.
Like it was getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And obviously, if that was an actual thing that was happening, the kids would be skipping class number 1 because 8th graders would be outside, so they wouldn't even have the chance to come inside.
And 6th
6th
graders
graders would be upstairs in class, and we were downstairs at this point. It would have to be a 6th grader skipping class. But that's very unlikely to happen because a teacher would have caught that person if they were banging against the locker.
And it was super loud.
Yeah,
like,
it was. And then the door started. And they were like freaking out. They were like, "Oh my god, what is that?"
And we're not even joking.
Yes, they were
we
so
ran out and we left
freaked
Alexa
out.
in there.
Yeah, and I was in there and I was like, "Oh my god."
She didn't even.
I didn't care. I didn't think it was scary at all because I was peeing and I wasn't focused on what was going on outside. I mean, come on.
But you heard it, right?
Yeah, I heard it. But I was like, okay, it's probably just some 6th grader skipping class and being bad.
She was focused on something.
But then after the thing happened, when I started to think about it more, I was like, oh,
It's crazy.
that wasn't. Well, the teacher would have caught that person if they were skipping class. But yeah, I was focused on peeing and all that. So instead, they ran out of.
And then we came back in really quick.
They ran out of the bathroom and left me in there, and I wasn't scared because I was like, they're overreacting 100%. But then they come back in and they're like, there's nobody out there, and I'm like, okay, guys, okay. And they were like totally starting to freak out at this point, and oh my god, they were like having a complete meltdown in there.
Especially me.
Yeah, especially her. Asparagus was pretty bad, but she, oh my god, do a reenactment.
I don't.
She was like, Asparagus, block me, please. Please, I don't want to be in the bathroom anymore. Oh my god, Asparagus.
Well, I'm
oh my god,
emotional
What was that? So
I'm a very emotional person, especially movies. So. You come on.
Okay, so after this, they went and locked the bathroom door because it has like that one of those big turn locks on it because they were freaking out over nothing. Apparently, well, in my perspective, when I was in the bathroom, they were freaking out over nothing. So they went over there and they turned the big lock on the bathroom door so nobody could get in from the outside. So everything was silent for like 10 seconds. And then, this is probably the freakiest part of this entire story. The bathroom door starts rattling over and over again. Over and over again. Like somebody was trying to get in from the outside, like rattling the lock from the outside, and it was like...
Oh my god, stop, that's creepy.
And I was like, oh, guys, probably somebody has to go to the bathroom, open the door. But, again, nobody would have been out of class, and who's gonna be rattling the log when they can hear us inside? Why aren't they just like, guys, can you open the door? Like, what? So, so it was kind of really scary. And, so yeah, the door just kept rattling, and eventually it stopped, and by now I was out of the bathroom stall. It doesn't take me like 10 minutes to pee. And by now I was out of the bathroom stall, and Asparagus and Stephanie were like, oh my god, what is outside of the door? And so I go over and I unlock the door and I open the door and there's nothing there.
And she literally stands in there for like 5 minutes and there's nothing.
Yeah.
And in the next morning, because I don't like going, when you come into the school, they open the doors at 7:30, you have to go straight to the gym. But you have to go to the gym, and I don't like going to the gym, so I just like sneakily go into the hallway and go to my locker and put all my stuff in there. And the next morning I found the toilet that was in the out of order stall was outside in the hallway because the custodian took it out. But yeah. And we're in Alexa's house. We always do videos in Alexa's house. And we have this... Okay, you tell the story.
Okay. So, there was this movie I watched. You guys probably watched it. I'm not going to say the name, but I'm going to say what it's about. It's about, it's a horror movie. And it's about, like, when you turn off the lights, this lady comes out. Like, this lady, the scary monster-ish thing comes out. And then when you turn the lights back on, it disappears. And I don't know if this is bad, but I'm going to say what her name was in the movie. Her name was Diana. I don't know if that's, like, copyrighted or something. I hope not. But...
Oh my god, you scared the crap out of me. I heard walking and I was like, no.
Sorry. My dog just, was rattling his collar and he just came out from behind the couch and it freaked Stephanie out so bad. Okay, back to the story. So my upstairs is really dark. Like, not really dark, but it's, like, pretty dark unless you turn lights on. So when Stephanie's here, whenever we go upstairs, we always have to say, hi, Diana.
So here's where the whole thing happened. So... Oh.
Ew! She just took her finger in her mouth.
So, her stepdad takes pills to go to sleep because he has problems with sleeping or something.
Yeah, it's like sleeping pills.
And he goes in like the middle of the night to go use the restroom, and he always sees a girl crawling on the floor.
And so I hadn't heard about this, okay? And I live in this house too. I sleep with my door right off that hallway. I sleep in my room. That's right. That you walk in that hallway to get to my room, and apparently there's some girl crawling on the floor at night in the dark. Crawling on the floor in the hallway that my room is connected to. And I didn't know about this for months, okay? Months! So this man had just assumed that I knew and that it was me crawling on the floor at night. Me crawling on the floor at night. What?
And so we decided to name her Diana.
Yeah, we decided to name her Diana from that movie. And
so, she's our best friend. It's like, no, she's not.
So every time she comes here, we're just like, hi Diana, when we go upstairs and stuff. And yeah, that's Diana.
It's always upstairs, and we always freak ourselves out whenever we go into her mom's bedroom.
Yeah, my mom's bedroom is like the darkest of them all, and kind of the creepiest because it has like dark blue walls.
And it's super messy.
And so
the messiness makes it more creepy.
Yeah. So sometimes we'll go in there because it's like super dark when it gets dark outside. So sometimes we'll go in there, and so
No, when I come,
me being a bad friend, I'll be like, "You have my back, right?" We walk into the room. I run and I leave her in there, and she doesn't even know it for like 2 seconds, and then she's like, "Oh."
And it's we mostly go into that room and figure ourselves out when we come home from school. But they start school in winter, so obviously the nights or the days get shorter, and then it gets darker outside quicker.
So those are our ghost stories. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys got freaked out. And we'll see you next time on, say it with me, The Idiot Guide to Middle School! Woo!
And don't keep your door a slab. Or Diana will get you.
Don't keep your door a slab!